have no approach vector. I'm not set.
Steady, Dak. Drinking rules while we're here.
Yeah, we have some new ones.
We have some. Well, they're not new. We did add them last. Actually, no, we did add some totally new ones. I totally forgot about that. So, as usual, Mando pays for something that is one sip. The word Beskar is one sip. This is the way is one sip, followed by a cheers where we repeat. This is the way.
This is the way.
Deep lore reference is one sip. The child is a hungry boy. Starts the 2-sip era. A trailer clip is also 2 sips. The child uses the Force, which is a new one. That's 2 sips.
Yes.
Now we get into the finished drinks. Now, this is the last week that the presence of Ahsoka will be the finishing of a sip, because this is the last week I predict she won't be here. Okay, so next week I'm expecting her to be here. So
I also don't think she'll be here.
There we go. Okay. Next finished drink is planetary travel, as per usual. Now, again, in order for that to work, he has to be on both the starting planet and the destination planet within the same episode. So if he starts in the Razor Crest and he lands, doesn't count. If he ends in the Razor Crest but doesn't land, also doesn't count. Finally, if a giant monster is killed, which is a good one because that can only happen a maximum of 1 time per episode. Giant monster killed. That's a finish your drink.
Finish it.
All right. Predictions.
I'll
go
with
with
your first one.
My first one is that this episode, we will be going to the planet Navarre. Actually, I think first it's a good time to talk before I get into detailed predictions. I want to warn everyone. Even though Ahsoka was teased last week, I am almost certain that this week will be a Monster of the Week episode. My big prediction, all my predictions center around the same thing. I think that Mando will be flying to Corvus to get to Ahsoka, realize that Corvus is too far away and that the Razor Crest needs repairing.
It's in bad condition.
It's in bad condition, so he's going to land on Navarro. And the reason I think that is because Carl Weathers is directing this episode, and we know that that's where Grief Karga is. So I think my first prediction is that he's going to Navarro.
I just wish I had someone who loves me the way Carl loves Carl.
It's
you know.
I wasn't expecting that. That's good.
I'm in with the jokes tonight.
Oh, good. Okay.
We had time to set up.
Yeah. We were a little
week.
less rushed tonight. Dak was here on time, so.
I was on time last.
You were on time, but we
This is
decided for you to
later than
show up.
yeah.
We scheduled your arrival really slim. So real quick on this note, I do think this episode's going to be good. We just have to curb our expectations. All right. So your first prediction.
My first prediction is that this episode will end on Corvus.
Okay.
We're not going to see her yet.
Ahsoka,
but we'll be there.
See, here's the thing. I think that there's a slight chance the episode will end with the introduction of Ahsoka.
No.
I think there's a slight chance. Very slight. But here's the thing. Ahsoka won't be in it unless the episode ends literally with just a shot of her, no dialogue.
Kind of like Boba.
Kind of like Boba, except it would be the Mando and Ahsoka meeting face to face, and then it cuts. But anyway, so you think we will end on Corvus?
Yes.
Okay. I think that this episode will be the one where the Mithril comes back. He's the blue fish guy from episode 1. He was really funny. He was like this really well-developed character, and then he was in it for all of 15 minutes.
Yep.
He was the one who recanonized Life Day. By the way, Lego Star Wars Holiday Special. Have you seen it?
It is out. I have not seen it yet.
It's.
I thought we were going to react to it.
I did too.
But you couldn't wait.
I couldn't wait, and
Is it canon?
It's in the Lego canon, which is a separate canon universe. Mixed feelings about the Lego Holiday Special.
Okay.
It was a fun journey.
Okay.
It was more the Lego meme Star Wars meme special, which just made it awesome. But it's kind of like if anyone watched Mike Zero for some reason, because Swirl hadn't educated you on Mike Zero's clickbait. It's kind of like someone took all his predictions for The Rise of Skywalker and just enacted them in Lego. It was pretty funny.
That's good.
All right, so that was my second prediction. What's your second prediction?
My second prediction, I'm hedging my bets, and I'm keeping this one in for the fourth week in a row. Third week.
Third week. This is our third week
yeah.
doing this.
The child is going to save the day,
All
a.k.a.
right.
Baby Yoda. Which Zoe will always cross out when I say that.
Yeah, it's the child. The child will save the day.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
That-
third
hey,
week.
it's
Who could
gonna
have seen
happen.
that coming?
It's going to happen.
I think every week you put that on there, though, it becomes both more of a meme and also there's a higher chance that you're actually going to be right this time.
Or he just never saves the day.
I don't think that's going to happen.
He's like Benjamin Button, actually. It's Yoda unlearning things.
Oh, man, I was going to say, did you watch my video where I said that? But I realized that was a meme video that I recorded and never uploaded.
Maybe
That
next meme.
Yoda has Benjamin Button disease. I totally forgot that's a meme video that I made, and
Okay.
it's there. It's recorded. I haven't uploaded it. All right. My next prediction is that the Empire will be the bad guys in this episode.
Okay. I do not believe the Empire will be in this episode at all.
Okay. See, right here, only one of us can be right. And then finally, my last prediction is we are going to get at least one Carl loves Carl moment, a moment where Carl Weathers is just super cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like highlighting the awesomeness of Grief Karga, Carl Weathers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's bound to happen. I mean, Carl's directing it. I'm certain he's in it. There has to be a like, hey, look how cool I am moment. Like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, and I think for my last prediction, I think a love story is going to begin in this one.
Introduction of true love.
And I think, if it's with Kara, I think it's telling because looking into Mando's eyes is really looking at a reflection of yourself. So I'm really stoked to see that because we all love Kara. I'd fall in love with Kara if I was looking at myself as Kara.
Gina Carano, though, she's been
Mm-hmm.
taking a lot of heat lately, and I'm really proud of her.
Yeah. Okay, so in chat, what are your predictions for tonight? Also, should Zoe upload a meme video?
It would be on this channel. I'm not gonna taunt the algorithm, but all the true fans can come over here, see the meme video where I talk about how George Lucas is wrong because George Lucas has not read all the books, and also that Dave Filoni created Star Wars. It's a wonderful journey.
Can you imagine creating something and some guy just in a little office shed somewhere off in the which I think.
So you can hear us now? Yes, hopefully. It's weird because the software is the same. I don't understand why it would be different. So you can hear us now? Yep.
Well, we can leave the drinking menu up.
I
then.
guess. I really want to try to fix it.
We do have T minus.
Negative 2 minutes. T plus 2 minutes from when it was supposed to launch. So I'm going to refresh since you guys can hear me now. And it
There
is
it
here.
is.
It's unfortunate that I can't do full screen, but we'll just make do. Actually, you know what? What I can do is I can duplicate this. So we're not starting yet because, oh shoot, I didn't get the stopwatch on this one. Oh, dang it. Because I got that running last time, so we're going to have to do the all of us start at the same time thing.
That will be fine.
Yeah, that'll be fine. It'll just be... There we go. Okay, so... you guys can still hear us, right? In chat. I'm just going to make one final adjustment. Hotkeys. And so I'm going to go to... I'm going to take the hotkey off the reaction shot.
Fun fact about Big Z is he can't do anything without verbalizing it.
It's true. It's absolutely true. Plus, I think it helps for streams to not have dead air.
Yeah.
But
well,
even if you guys weren't here, I would still be saying all this to myself.
Can confirm.
Would you kindly just hit number 2 on the keypad? Thank you.
Kindly.
Would you kindly? All right, cool. Let me make sure.
Check it.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yep. Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna pull up the drinking game rules again. Okay, cool. And we are going to start in a countdown, and I'm gonna walk up to the thing. I'm gonna get ready to click on it. I'm going to be clicking on it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, baby. He's here.
Already looking good. Imperials.
They're not in this episode.
If Dr. Pershing comes back.
Love story.
Not to Ahsoka.
Yet.
There was no the Jedi Ahsoka Tano in the previously last week on The Mandalorian. All of it was about Navarro and the Mithral and the Empire. I am 3 out of 4 already.
Okay, we have not seen this episode yet. That is previous episodes.
You know that the editors for that are given, like, hey, this is what's going to happen. You have to remind the people of these plot threads.
Us getting the stream up.
Oh, he's saving the day.
He's gonna get shocked.
Oh. No. Oh.
That can't smell good. Hungry boy.
Hungry boy. Double sip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Already.
Oh, I saw his chin. Sinner. He's not so much a zealot no more.
You sure that wasn't his gloves? I saw his gloves.
Oh, maybe.
That was the forge. No Mandalorians here.
Let's go.
Cara Dune. Being a beast. Do you know she did all her own stunts?
Oh, yeah. She's a fighter.
Yeah, MMA, right?
Mm-hmm. That's so sick.
She probably really lifted that guy.
Now she uses the blaster.
It's like a meerkat.
I was about to say it's Timon.
It's Timon! Jon Favreau referencing his other stuff. Actually, this isn't even directed by Favreau. I mean, he wrote it. That's a trailer shot. Double sip.
Sip.
We're approaching another trailer shot, by the way. Get ready. Here it is, trailer shot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, technically, this is all part of it. I'm not going to count the next one because there's going to be one of him walking up to them. It doesn't even go down all the way. Another Marshall.
It's convenient that his best people were the two closest.
Reminds me of Park and Rec. Who are your best guys? It'd be Jim and Mike. But they're not here.
Ooh, see that look?
I don't know. Hey, that's same race as Gunny from Squadrons. She's the healer that inspired you.
No. I inspire myself.
It's wonderful how a good economy affects the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Hiding away, that's a Deep Lore reference. That little girl had Ray's haircut. To be fair, Ray is not born yet. I just want to clear that up right now. Ray won't be born for another 10 years. Hungry boy.
Those are macaroons.
Hey, Matt. Good to see you. I'm already looking pretty good on my predictions. Let's pull those up. I'm going to get a timestamp for everyone just joining in. We are, as of right now, 10 minutes and 16 seconds in.
Oh, Baby Yoda. Use the Force.
Oh, man, that's a double sip. That's the same hungry boy, by the way. We're not counting that twice. Dang, the double sips this time, though. I don't think we've had a single... Hey, Mithril! Dude, I'm so far 2 of my predictions. I love this guy. I gotta just move the mouse.
full screen?
I think that's as full screen as I can do without getting rid of the stream.
I mean, the drinking games.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Three out of four.
Oh, baby.
I gotta say, there's a lot of Carl Weathers love going on already. I'm not counting it toward my prediction yet. We got to get a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Speeder's gonna blow up. They're gonna have to hijack an ITT. Like that, Bill.
I said it had a skeleton crew.
Yeah. The skeleton crew doesn't normally include Stormtrooper Garrison. Okay. ITT.
Ooh. Love those white speeder bikes.
I know, man. We used to ride our bikes around and pretend we were on speeder bikes.
Oh, yeah. Fun fact, she actually choked him out for this movie.
Carl Weathers. Trailer shot. Well, that's a poster shot. I actually don't know if I'm going to count that.
Yeah.
That is a trailer shot. It's not splicing if you have the codes. Another trailer shot. We're going to need new drinks. My mug's almost empty. You want to hug it. You don't want your back to that thing.
Yeah.
Turning around is going to be... Yeah, that was... Ew.
They're gonna get on those speeder bikes.
Nah, they're going to get in the ITT. Oh, they're wearing the same uniform as Dr. Pershing. That's why they showed Dr. Pershing in the previously on. This is where Baby Yoda came from. Has to be. That's awesome. Dr. Pershing. I knew it. They're trying to transmit midichlorians, M count, midichlorian count. They're getting the baby's blood and trying to infuse force sensitivity into clones. Or maybe not clones, but into test subjects. I called that last year. That feels good. Hold on, I gotta get my tobacco. Let's see what's up, Chad. Ooh. Approaching a trailer shot, by the way. Here we go. All right, time for more. Here, I'll lean so you can bring the headphones with you. It's a trap. They're hijacking an ITT. Or it looks like an ITT. Yeah, it's an ITT. Okay. No, it's not. Never mind. Approaching another trailer shot, so just in time. Unless we already missed it. Ooh. Killer move. That's a trailer shot. Trailer shot.
Trailer shot.
Dude, speeder bikes, you gotta watch. Ooh.
Ooh, baby.
Dude, those things are so cool. Trailer shot. Car Withers being awesome.
I'm 6 sips behind.
I know. You gotta catch up. Trailer shot. To be fair, I think that's the last trailer shot we're going to see this episode.
Oh, we got deep blur reference.
Where?
Cowling.
What are you saying? Oh, alright, I'll take it. Dooku tried that with Grievous. Alright. Good call, Callig. That's our first one sip.
Those are my favorite helmets.
Deep trailer reference or trailer shot.
Wow. Remember last week when we said all the trailer shots were likely done?
Yep. I think that is all of them now, though. I'm trying to think if there are any more.
There are more. The one with the lady.
With the lady. Dude, after Squadrons, I have a whole new appreciation for TIE fighters.
He's gonna cause like a rock slide on him.
Yeah, Carl Weathers wouldn't make himself miss that much. Or he's gonna get like one shot triple kill, like frickin' Rey in The Last Jedi. Is Mando gonna come in? Yeah. But who's flying it?
Mando.
Oh, he went back. I'm gonna count that as a new Baby Yoda's hungry boy. Baby Yoda raising his hands like he's on a roller coaster.
Gotta love it.
Oh man. Nice.
Back in her glory.
Oh man.
Spin.
It's a good trick. Ooh.
That's so sick.
Oh my gosh, that shot was so cool. And the music comes in.
Oh
Oh.
my gosh. That was my prediction I was gonna write.
Baby Yoda throws up,
Yeah.
but you didn't.
He's using his cape.
Ooh, New Republic showed up. See Dave Filoni again. They already did. Does he not notice the rebellion tattoo on her cheek? And the drop trooper bars on her arm? Like, those were a dead giveaway in season 1. Maybe he's just being polite. I don't know. Arkitin! That's the first time we've seen an Arkitin in live action. Oh my gosh. First a Gazanti and now an Arkitin. No way. Dude, Gideon's theme, though, the music. Deep lore. Deep lore. Those are Death Troopers. I was so wrong. Despite the fact that every one of my predictions came true, I was so wrong.
Wow.
I was so wrong. I thought this episode would be total monster of the week. Like, totally off the beaten path, you know, just a fun little adventure. Was not expecting major series revelations to happen in this episode.
Remember what I told you before this? Don't you think they learned from their mistakes?
Well, okay, so see, episode 2, though, was like super monster of the week. That was the first one we reacted to. That was like straight out of season 1.
Yeah.
Spinning deep lore, Anakin claims Katrina. Oh my gosh. Force Unleashed 2 didn't have midichlorian blood transfusion, but had cloned Force users. That is correct. So I predicted last year that I thought they wanted Baby Yoda because so it was kind of this meme. So if anyone read Darths and Droids, which was basically they took the prequel trilogy and made it into a comic series, but it was written as if it was these guys playing Dungeons and Dragons throughout the whole thing. And one of the things that they come up with is like, hey, if midichlorians are in your blood, like, you should be able to transfer them into other people. And I was like, you know, it was a joke. Like, there's no actual precedent for it in Star Wars. But I remember I was messaging Dash at the time because he still was the main voice on the channel. And I was like, I think they want to use the child to try to do blood transfusion to transfer midichlorians into other beings. And he's like, I don't know if it'd make a good video. And I'm like, all right, and I won't write it. But I called it a year ago. I'm so beyond stoked that I was right. And I've actually been wondering if, because Snoke was a strand cast, he was not born, he was like made. And I've always been wondering, like, hey, were they making Snoke with Baby Yoda's blood? Is that the connection? I'm still like, that it feels more real than ever. They didn't talk about, what do you mean the clone, Theo? Clarify what you mean by the clone.
So are Death Troopers?
Yeah, blood. So there were these you know, this lab, it had all these like almost Snoke looking like abominations, and so maybe that's why Snoke looks so disgusting, is because that's the only way. Like, it causes body deformations to transmit midichlorians into a strand cast.
If Mando hadn't done that, they might have had
six Snokes. Yeah, seriously. Oh man. So it's like that's what they were working on. He said they still had a sample of the child's blood, but they were running out. They needed more. So Dr. Pershing, and I I think I made a video. I at least recorded a video where I said that we need to be on the lookout for Dr. Pershing references because he didn't die. And I either uploaded it or I didn't. You can let me know if you've seen it. You guys are loyal viewers. And I mean, most people here are loyal viewers, so I know you guys have seen most of my videos. So if you've heard me say that, then I probably uploaded it. Otherwise, it's sitting in Final Cut Pro somewhere unfinished. But, dude, oh my gosh. So, Death Troopers.
They're here.
They're here. Death Troopers. There are Death Troopers in Star Wars now. We thought they were replaced by the Death Troopers in Rebels, where they decided the Death Troopers were actually droids. But those were like human being Death Troopers. Oh my gosh.
What if they have a little bit of Yoda blood?
A little bit of Yoda blood. Yeah, that would be the kicker, wouldn't it? If they were successful. And that would be the implication, because the way they were lined up on the wall was very similar to the way we saw, like, it was meant to draw our minds back to when we saw all the test tubes. Okay, so Casual, what did you think of the episode as a whole? What were your thoughts? Because as someone who's like really into the story and really like it hit a lot of points for me.
Yeah, it was almost as fun to watch your reactions to what was going on as it was to watch it. I thought it was a great episode. I mean, I come for the action, a little bit of storyline, not much more than that. I had a feeling that this episode, in my spectrum, wouldn't carry on the storyline for me.
Right.
Which, you know, you get a lot more references than me. So I went in expecting that, and I don't know the implications of all those little details except what you've just explained. But I thought it was a great episode overall. I enjoyed watching it. I think there could have been a little bit more comedic relief with, what's that dude's name?
Grief Karga?
Grief, yeah.
Yeah, he was too badass.
Yeah.
I mean, he was directing. That's the way he sees himself. Like, he gets cast for comedy a lot, but he sees himself as like a cool guy.
Yeah.
And that's kind of part of his charm. That's kind of what makes him funny. Is that, like, you were in Arrested Development. I always forget that. But have you also seen Arrested Development?
I've seen like 2 episodes.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
So he was in Arrested Development, and he has this. He in real life, he's a cheapskate. He plays himself in Arrested Development. And so he's this totally comedic character. And so in season 1, he did the whole cheapskate bit because that's his.
Yeah.
Like IRL persona. And so like, but in this episode he was just like total BA the whole time.
Yeah.
Just always on top of everything. And it's like, it's appropriate because now he is Magistrate of Navarro once again, so.
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the blue guy.
Oh, blue guy. I mean, he had a decent amount of comedic. He was the only comedic relief this whole episode. Other than Baby Yoda stealing the macaroons.
We'll say, man, yeah, that was good. Baby Yoda, and crossing the wires, and Baby Yoda. This was a great episode for Baby Yoda.
Even though he wasn't in it a whole lot.
The end.
See, that was the thing, is that, like, a lot of times when Baby Yoda is only in an episode for, like, the beginning and end, it kind of feels like a letdown. But this one, like, his moments in those were so good that it kind of made it all worth it. It's like, yeah, it's okay he's not in the middle because he made up for it when he was there.
Yeah. No, I think it was a great episode. I'm really thinking hard about how I'm gonna rate it.
How you're gonna rate it? Oh man, yeah, because I don't think I loved it quite as much as last week's.
No,
last week's was a lot of fun.
How long was this episode?
That's a good question. Let's pull up the.
Because it did feel short once again.
Yeah. So this one was 49 minutes. Wait, sorry, no, that was last season. I was gonna say that feels long. This one was 40 minutes. Last week's was only 36.
Okay.
So, with credits, that's probably gonna end up being 34 minutes. Sorry, 38 minutes. Whereas last week's was about 34. So it wasn't the shortest we've ever gotten. Last week's was definitely shorter. But there was like a lot going on. Like I really felt like they did take their time. Nothing felt rushed about this episode. The pacing was really good.
It was very good.
Dude, I'm surprised. I mean, I know Carl. I've never really seen anything directed by Carl Weathers. It sounds like there's a mouse in the wood bin outside my shed.
Okay.
I
need my blaster.
It's over there.
All right, and chat. What are you guys' ratings?
Yeah.
For this
So you know what?
episode?
I didn't mean Death Troopers. I think I meant Dark Troopers. I'm sorry. Death Troopers is something different. I'm thinking of the ones that they're like black stormtroopers with the really wide helmets. So right now they're talking about Death Troopers. I'm so hyped, says Theo. In France, the Chapter 12 drop in 18 minutes each. Oh, okay. So Theo, if you're in France, you can feel free to push this stream all the way to the beginning so you can watch our reaction as you watch it. We've got the drinking game rules. I'll give you a little spoiler. This is a lot of 2-sippers and only maybe 1 or 2 1-sips. No finish the drink.
Yeah.
No finish the drink this week. As far as the predictions go, so this will be spoilers for anyone who is just tuning in now or hasn't had the episode yet. As far as predictions, so how did we do on predictions?
I think it was my best week yet.
I think you got none.
I'm gonna say the way Carl was looking at a reflection in Mando's helmet was lovely.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that's the love at first sight.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
I'm really.
I think last week you had a pretty good case for getting all of them. I mean, I don't think you did by a technical judgment, but I think that there was a case to be made at least. This week I thought Baby Yoda was going to save the day.
Yeah.
But he ended up frying the ship a little bit more, so.
And eating macaroons.
Eating lots of macaroons. So we did not end on Corvus.
We did
the
not.
Empire was in this episode.
Yeah, I couldn't have been more wrong.
As far as me, we did go back to Navarro. The Mythrol did come back. The Empire was the bad guy. And we got some Carl Weathers' cool moments.
Well,
so
I don't know if you can really say that last one.
You know, I'll count that one as a half. I'll say I got 3.5 out of 4.
He was straight missing all those ships.
That was that. You know, I think he got to the end of the episode and realized, wait, I can't be perfect.
But he wasn't being cool. He was just being like a slave driver the whole time. Everything that needed to be done. I'll take another 10 years off your sentence.
I think that was it's a type of cool.
Owning slaves is not cool.
Hey, you know what? He still doesn't hold a candle to... Moff Gideon was in this episode for all of, 20 seconds? Mm-hmm. And still, I feel like that's the highlight I keep going back to. That I'm like, dude, Giancarlo Esposito, he just dominates the camera every time he's on screen. 4-4 tech board for Big C. Thank you, Calic. I'm gonna count it as 3.5 out of 4 because let me know, chat. Do you think that we got a proper Carl Weathers' cool moment in this episode? Because Dak is challenging it.
I'll challenge it.
He's challenging Carl Weathers' cool moment. I definitely, indisputably got the first 3. Indisputably. But chat, you got to let us know what you thought of this episode. I was super hyped, man.
Yeah.
This one, we got some really big drops.
Mm-hmm.
Answers on what the child was, why the Empire wanted the child.
Yeah.
We got Giancarlo Esposito at the end, which I don't care how boring the episode is, as long as he comes in. All of a sudden, the episode doesn't feel irrelevant anymore.
Think about the next episode right now. They're directly tracking him to go see
Ahsoka. Yeah, the H is before the S.
Yeah, I always mix it up.
Yeah.
Next week could be...
Well, okay, so here's the thing. Giancarlo Esposito has already confirmed he's in a lightsaber duel this season.
Okay.
And so...
Could be next week.
I don't think it'll be next week. I think next week it'll be him going to Ahsoka. I think that the week after that will be the lightsaber duel.
Yeah. You think if they have the location of the child, though, they're just going to be jamming for him?
He didn't do the Predator handshake, Bill says. He wanted He wanted Carl Weathers to do the Predator handshake with Mando. Can't wait for Moff Gideon's fight with whomever it may be. You know, I think it has to be Ahsoka at this point, because one, he's tracking Ahsoka. Mm-hmm. We know that he got the tracker on the Razor Crest. And we know that the Razor Crest is going to Corvus to see Ahsoka, to find Ahsoka. If Dak is challenging you, challenge him to a Kagath.
A what?
A Kagath. So a Kagath is an ancient Sith tradition wherein we choose a battleground and whoever kills the most people wins. We don't kill each other. We fight. We fight in the same war and fight for the most kills within that battle. It's an ancient and revered Sith tradition.
Well, we could start with the mice in the woodpile.
The mice in the woodpile. You already got the cricket last week, so you got a head start. Ahsoka's probably going to fight Gideon. Yeah, almost certainly. Like, there's a lightsaber duel this season. I don't think we're getting any other Jedi. I know earlier on I was like, oh, maybe we'll get someone else. But I think at this point, it's clearly Ahsoka. It has to be Ahsoka. And she has lightsabers. There's a camp out there that actually and vehemently believes that.
I created that camp.
I don't know if that's true, but I'll take it. So yeah, Bill, to answer your question, I think that that Moff Gideon is going to fight Ahsoka. It's gonna be so good. I mean, if it happens next episode, it'd be great, because Dave Filoni, he would be directing the first lightsaber fight in The Mandalorian. I'm just hoping this is going to be the first good lightsaber duel that Disney has put out. Because the only good lightsaber, like, what was the last good lightsaber duel you remember seeing? Like, as far as when the movies came out.
Gosh. I mean, I really always, since a young age, enjoyed Yoda
and Dooku. Okay, and would that be your would that be what you consider to be the last great lightsaber duel?
I couldn't tell you the last great. I always liked that one. Obviously, Darth Maul as a kid. I mean, I'm not
asking for your favorite. I'm just saying, when was the last time we got a good one?
I don't know.
Okay, so, we had the prequels, 1, 2, 3. And then we had the duel between Rey and Kylo Ren, and kind of Finn and Kylo Ren in Episode 7. And then we didn't really have a lightsaber duel in Last Jedi. We kind of had lightsabers versus non-lightsaber weapons in Last Jedi with the red guys. Praetorian Guard, for those of you who think I might not know what I'm talking about. It's okay, it's the sequels. I don't count them. And then in Rise of Skywalker, we had the lightsaber fight with no music between Rey and Kylo Ren with the waves. So what would you consider to be the most recent good lightsaber duel?
I feel like,
as a casual, your opinion here is very important.
Okay. The last great one, I gotta say it's in Revenge of the Sith.
There we go. See, that's the answer I was looking for. Yeah. That's the answer.
Chopped up on the low ground.
On the low ground. So that's the answer I was looking for, because I think that the people who like the action. Now, I also will agree with that camp, that I don't think we've had a good lightsaber duel in the sequels. I don't think Disney has put out a good lightsaber duel in live action. Now, there are some great lightsaber duels in Star Wars Rebels. My favorite lightsaber duel of all time is in Star Wars Rebels. There were some good lightsaber duels in the Clone Wars. Those were animated, though. So as far as live action, we haven't had a good lightsaber duel since Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
And this could mark the change of all of that. To have Moff Gideon with the Darksaber and Ahsoka with white lightsabers. By the way, white versus black lightsabers. Not only have we never seen either of them in live action, we've never seen either of them duel against each other, period. White and black lightsabers.
It's gonna be cool.
It's gonna be so cool. I'm so stoked.
Okay.
Okay, so
We should get on to scoring.
scoring.
I should go first.
You say Luke versus Kylo, Ludwig. I'll say that's good, but the lightsabers never make contact because Luke is a ghost. But it was a cool scene. Does Ahsoka versus Maul count? So, Bill, I was specifically asking about live action. I think the chat's a little bit delayed, so you probably got that information by now. But yeah, live action, I think the last good one was Revenge of the Sith, and then we had some good ones. We've had some great ones in the animated series. Okay, so scoring. I'm going to rate this. So we rated the Spider one at a 7.2. Last week, I gave the last one a 9.85, and you gave it a 9.7? 9.5. So where would you rate this one?
I'm putting this one at a solid 7.6.
Okay.
It's a good one. When I eventually rewatch the series, I'm not going to be disappointed that it's coming up. I'm going to be excited for it.
Yeah.
I think a 7.6 is a great score.
That's a C+.
Yeah.
That's a C+. And I'm going to give it an 8.1.
Okay.
Which is a solid B. 8.1. It was really enjoyable. It was really good. It did move the plot forward way more than I was expecting it to. I was not expecting this one to move the plot forward at all. But that being said, it's still... it wasn't like revolutionary in any way. It was a lot. I mean, it was in some of the reveals, but as far as like just a fun watch, I'm gonna stick with the 8.1. I think that it was a thoroughly positive experience. But the only reason it is not a 9 is simply because I don't want to dethrone any of the episodes that I considered to be better than this episode.
And I feel like there could be several more episodes that are better.
I agree with that. I will agree with that. And we have to remember that every episode we rate will impact future ratings. So, yeah. So I'm giving it a 8.1. You're giving it a 7.6. Chat says they're still talking about the duel between Ahsoka and Moff Gideon and how well he'll do considering he doesn't have the Force.
That's true.
But here's the thing. I guess we don't know if either of them will survive because we've not seen either of them in any material that takes place after 9ABY. I think Ahsoka will survive because I think they wouldn't cast someone to play her in live action. I have a strong feeling that she's going to get her own spin-off series. But I doubt that they'd kill Moff Gideon mid-season. Unless they do stretch out that conflict until the end.
Snoke comes.
Snoke?
They were building him in a test tube.
That might have been Snoke. I don't know because these aren't the First Order. They are the Empire. The First Order's in the unknown regions right now. So, like, it could be Snoke. I'm saying that's a very strong possibility. But at the same time, I really don't know who these Imperials are. We do hear Ahsoka's voice in Rise of Skywalker, but Dave Filoni did say that doesn't mean she's dead. Just because everyone else's voice that you heard was dead doesn't mean she's dead. So, yes, we heard Ahsoka's voice in The Rise of Skywalker, but Dave Filoni said, hey, don't take that to mean she's dead. That's not actually evidence. So, that was a very common belief. You saw Rise of Skywalker? Did you actually see it? You did see it? I'm sorry for your loss.
And I'm about to watch it again.
Oh, man. You're going through all of them. So next is what, Empire?
Empire. Yeah, Empire's next.
How you feeling watching all the Star Wars in a row?
I feel great.
You feel great.
I've been jamming them 2 or 3 a night.
What are your thoughts on? So you had said something to me earlier that I think is really I synergized with, but you were saying something like watching them in order of the events, not in the order they were released.
Yeah.
There was a jarring shift between episodes 3 and 4.
Well, yeah. And for me, I watched Solo and then Rogue One and then 4.
Okay.
Still jarring shift, even though that transition is so clean.
See, that was the cool thing about Rogue One. What he did was, as he progressed the movie, he starts the movie with like new technologies, new camera angles, new ships. And he slowly starts to peel them back, that the last 20 minutes has nothing that wouldn't be in the original filmmaking process. So no props, no camera angles, nothing. So like it morphs into the 70s style filmmaking. And the only scene that chops back and forth is Vader's hallway scene, where it'll go back and forth between the new way of filmmaking and the 70s way. And that way the last 5 minutes, which is all just old stuff. And so like it's meant to like kind of ease you back into watching the original trilogy. But even still, there's a jarring shift.
It is silky smooth in that sense, but yeah, it is very jarring.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's the process, you know?
It is the process. You know, things do improve over time. And, you know, I know people have a soft spot in their heart for practical effects. But you can't watch A New Hope right after Revenge of the Sith and seriously say it looks better than Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, no.
Revenge of the Sith is
realistic.
like the peak of Lucas's movies. I think Rogue One is really the peak of Star Wars movies as far as like how they can look. Gareth Edwards, man, I watched like all the behind the scenes stuff that was posted on Disney Plus for Rogue One. Dude, the making of that movie is just so cool. Like, all right, so Bill, you said your rating is between ours. Can you give a number? I would love to hear your number. Oh man, Calig wishes you the best of fortunes when you're about to endure the sequel trilogy. He feels for you.
Yeah, it's about to happen.
You still have Return of the Jedi, which is good. Now, how do you feel?
Bill at a 7.9.
That would probably put Bill. So you were a 7.6, right? So anywhere between. So I was a 8.1. So that'd put him between a 7.8. Yeah, 7.8, 7.9, maybe 7.8.5. Yeah. So oh man, dang it, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Sorry,
yeah,
interrupted.
It's all right. I mean, it's late, and I mean it's not. It's 1 now, which is normally when we expect the episode to be over.
Yeah.
So, and we're already wrapping up the post game discussion. I think it was overall a good experience. I think that
it was great.
Yeah, I still feel for you having to watch this. Oh, all right. I was gonna ask. That's what I remember. I was gonna ask you, what do you think about? How do you feel as an adult going back to watch the movies about the Ewoks?
I haven't got to the Ewoks yet.
I know, but what are you expecting?
I'm expecting to see a bunch of little people running around a forest. It's like a little person conference that meets furries conference. Is what I'm expecting.
Okay. Because Ewoks are kind of one of those things where you either love them or you hate them.
Yeah.
I actually am not in neither of those camps. I have a very middling opinion of Ewoks.
I remember thinking they were cute when I was a kid.
Of course. All kids did. But, like, as an adult, it's kind of like, their battle was won by an indigenous tribe of teddy bears. And it's a little...
There's that one meme. Do you remember that meme from high school?
You'd have to remind me what the meme was.
Yeah, I shouldn't share it. It kind of ruined Ewoks for me.
Oh, man. So, I think for me, it's just kind of like it undercuts the gravitas of this is the final battle when it's mostly won by teddy bears. Cannibalistic teddy bears. I mean, they do eat the stormtroopers when they're done with the battle. It's a little dark. And they did try to eat our heroes in the halfway point of the film. I'd say I don't hate them for existing, and I don't hate their participation. I just kind of hate that their participation was in the final battle. Yeah. Oh. Are you in Europe, Bill? Oh, you're in Florida, you said. Okay. So, Calig is from Hawaii. Thank you for watching with us. Florida. So, Bill, it is super late for you.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for being here with us. I mean, I guess you got to watch The Mandalorian, so that's probably the main reason you stayed up.
Yeah.
But it's not as late for Calig. I mean, it's probably what?
11.
No, I think that would make, well, probably 10. Wait. Yeah. 10? Is it 10 for you, Calig?
Yeah, it's like
Dude,
4 o'clock for Bill.
Imagine getting. I know, it's 4 a.m. for Bill. Oh, Bill.
Bless your heart.
Gosh, I think that means something different in the South than it does here in California.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm not from the South.
I mean, I don't know if Florida counts as the South, but he's probably close enough to it that that might be offensive. Thank you for being here. Dude, imagine only having to stay up till 9 to watch The Mandalorian.
Dude, that's the life.
That's the life.
Especially
Hawaii.
living in Hawaii.
Living in Hawaii. Oh my gosh. We're in California, where next week this will be illegal.
Yeah.
It will. There's a mandated curfew.
Yeah. 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
Starting 2 days.
In 2 days, on day after tomorrow. Well, technically tomorrow, now that it's 1 a.m.
Yeah.
But I think our local law enforcement said that they're not enforcing it.
Yeah.
So, we'll probably still be here, breaking the law, so that you guys can have your weekly dose of Mandalorian reaction from a hardcore and a casual. Any closing remarks?
No.
Oh, no.
I'm getting tired, man. It's been a long day.
I had coffee like right before
Yeah.
this happened, so I'm pretty good. But I don't know, man. I'm kind of thinking if I should make a video now, because that was a reveal I was not prepared for. I do not have a video written for that. But I could probably pump one out pretty quickly.
Yeah. You have like 3 videos to make out of that episode.
Oh, it's 11 for you, Calig? I didn't know that.
That's what I said.
Yeah, you did say that. I didn't know that Hawaii was 2 hours ahead
And
or
then
behind.
it's 3 when daylight savings.
Daylight savings. That's why. Because I'm normally
Knowledge is power.
Right. Not everyone does daylight savings time because California's dumb.
Well, it's actually just Arizona and Hawaii.
Yeah, well, I think those states have their mind on the right track if they're not doing daylight savings time.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is it for this week. Overall, great episode. I think it was less fun or not fun, but I think that the reaction will be less valuable than last week's.
It was very dense episode.
It was very dense.
I know.
There weren't many
I kept thinking we should be saying stuff, but then I was like, no, this
is
just
too
happening.
dense, yeah, because it's like if you say something, you're gonna miss something.
Mm-hmm.
Last week was like a really good pacing where there were a lot of moments where we could stop and reflect.
Shut the doors.
All of them.
So good.
That was such a great... Yeah, so last episode was really great to react to. I think this one's a little boring as far as our reaction. I'm sorry. It's just because it was so dense. There was a lot going on. And I really do hope that our silence made you able to enjoy the episode as it was unfolding. Because I think that if we were to try to talk during those hardcore moments, it might distract some people who are watching it. But thanks, guys. I really appreciate you being here. We've had a great time. We'll be here again next week. Hopefully with Dak. We will see what everyone's schedule is like, but appreciate you all. Stay tuned with the main Lore Star channel as I'm going to try to get out more episodes, maybe even another week of an episode a day if my body doesn't keep trying to die. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you all again, and as always, may the lore be with you now and forever.